Good morning children. Today we'll study chapter 10, that is soil. We know that we are dependent on most of the items for our food, for our clothing, for our medicines, for our herbs, for soil, for plants only. And we know that without soil, plants will not grow. It means the soil is a very important component of our life. Now, composition of soil means what is soil made up of? Soil is generally made up of two main components: tiny bits of mineral particles which come from larger rocks. Means soil is made up of rocks. So which all rocks contain which all minerals is present in that particular soil. Other component present in soil is humus. How is humus formed? When any plant or animal die, its body decomposes and forms humus. So in this way, soil is main component of soil is minerals and humus. But soil also contain water and air and living organism. And because we know that soil is a home for so many living organism, like earthworms are called farmers' best friend because they make the soil fertile with the excreta, and also wherever they move, they make the soil loose by moving from one place to another, and so that the water and air can enter into the soil. So soil also contains so many bacteria and fungi which feeds on dead plants and animals, and also many bacteria which are present in the soil. They converts atmospheric nitrogen into the soluble form. So in this way, bacteria and fungi are also present in the soil and they are useful for the soil. Now, how soil is formed? Soil is formed by the weathering of rocks. When many big rocks break down due to natural processes such as because of water, because of air and roots of the plant, they break down to smaller pieces, and after hundreds of years, soil is formed. Now, what are the different agents of weathering? Main is rainwater. When the rainwater percolates inside the rocks, they freezes, and when they freeze, they expand, and when they melt. So in this way, freezing and expansion of rainwater causes the rocks to break down. When the big pieces of rocks break down and they fall on the ground, in this way they fall into smaller pieces and form soil. Roots of the trees, when they percolate inside the soil, they grows inside the rocks. They cause the rocks to break into smaller pieces and they form soil. Large variation of day and night temperature. We know in the daytime the temperature is high, and the night the temperature, when the temperature below goes down, the water in between the rocks freezes, and this freezing and melting of water causes expansion and contraction in the soil, which expansion and contraction in the rocks, and which causes rocks to break down into soil. So these are the different ways how soil is formed. Now, what is soil profile? Soil profile is the different layers of soil which is found on the earth crust. The topmost layer is called topsoil. It is also called a horizon. It is the smallest particle. It is formed by the smallest particle of rocks, and it contains the most nutrients for the plant because it contains the humus. It contains humus, so it is the most fertile soil. Then second layer is subsoil. This layer is the top soil. Does not have much. It don't have much humus. It is made up of mostly of rock bits and some of the minerals. Now next layer is called parent rock. It is made up of small rocks, small pieces of rocks, and with cracks and crevices. The particles of rock found in soil come from weathered rocks in the sea horizon. Below is the solid rock, that is called bedrock, which doesn't have cracks and crevices. So rainwater generally get collected above this rock. It means it gets collected in the parent rock. Now when we talk about types of soil, according to the particles of the soil can be divided into 4 types: clay soil, sandy soil, silt, clay, sand, silt, and loam. So if we talk about clay soil, it is the smallest size particles. It contains very small size particles, and it is very smooth type of soil. Silt has particle larger than clay, and it can be found in the riverbed. Sand is the largest size particle which can easily be seen, and it is generally found in the seashores. So, but sandy soil and clay soil, sandy soil, it has a lot of sand in it and very little silt and clay. It has a very good air holding capacity, but it cannot hold water. But clay soil is a very fine particles. It can hold a lot of water, but it cannot hold air. So if you mix little bit of soil in water, you will find these layers in this, and all type of soil you find these layers. So on the top you can see the humus floating. Humus is nothing but the dead remains of plants and animals. Then you will find a very fine layer of clay soil, which is very fine sticky soil. Then you find little bigger particle, that is silt. It is bigger than clay. Then you after that, next layer you can find of sand, and then the last layer you will find a small stones, that is a gravel. So this is these are the different layers of the soil which you can found. Now, properties of soil. The properties of soil depend upon its water holding capacity. The soil which can hold much water will be it will be called the percolation capacity. It depends upon the percolation capacity of the soil. The soil which but best soil for growing plants is loam, because it can hold much enough water also and enough air also. So soil is a main natural resource, because we depend on soil for food, clothing and shelter. We depend on the soil for minerals, and also we depend on the soil for water, because water table depends upon the type of soil present in that area. Thank you and have a nice day.